We're getting the intro out of the way.
Get it out of here.
At the beginning.
Get her done.
Very good. Boyspodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Boys Podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube. Rate. Leave us that 5-star review. That's sweet, sweet.
Give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up.
At least. Please.
And subscribe, especially on YouTube, right? I mean,
oh yeah,
that's what we're shooting for right now.
Well, I call it a building phase, a building period, because
we're growers, not showers.
We're growing slowly.
It's
creeping.
It's a
one inch at a time.
It's a second opportunity for listeners to get on the ground floor. It's the second level ground floor with iTunes, with YouTube.
It's the ground floor of the guest house.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Email us at boys@boyspodcast.com. Leave us a little feedback. Put your physical addy on the bottom. We'll send you some stickies, some buttons, a little bit of everything.
A little bit. We'll give you the farm.
Yeah.
We'll give you the farmer's daughter.
Ooh, is that breakfast?
I don't think we can.
Isn't that a breakfast item?
Lunch and dinner.
The farmer's daughter.
Yeah, what is that at?
You'll see
we can't do this. We're already. That is true.
It's farmer's daughter, and
it's
like it's the healthy option. It's like egg whites or whatever, right?
I don't know.
But anytime I hear farmer's daughter, it sounds sexual.
Well, because it goes back to the jokes of our childhood past.
Yeah, there's 3 holes in a wall.
Yeah, or the traveling salesman, he like stays with the farmer, but don't fuck my daughter. Yeah. I don't think he said that.
Yeah, that's the punchline.
That's not farmer speak.
No.
They're good, wholesome people. Speaking of good, wholesome people, thank you to our sponsors, Anthem Brewing. See, I do that, then I take a drink. I do
Anticipatory.
What would you call that?
Anticipatory.
Is it a yawn? What is the word for
exasperation? It's a
like a
because there's a bit of a swallow,
like a cooing.
Okay, we said we weren't gonna do this, but I'm doing it. I fucking hate that. I hate that. I hate it in commercials. I hate when people do it in real life.
You must hate any commercial that has to do with
refreshment.
I hate refreshment.
Refreshed?
I hate the feeling of refreshment.
You wake up in the morning pissed because like, why do I feel so fucking good? I'm refreshed.
No, but you don't wake up and go, I guess you do. You stretch and go,
I don't. And I want to ask you, how do you wake up?
How do I? Okay.
So usually I open my eyes. First step one.
Open my eyes. Secondly, take a breath.
Yeah.
And then a nice big stretch.
Well, like Snoop Dogg said, I take up a stretch, a Mawnin, Yawnin.
Is it Yawnin?
Maybe
that's what
Mawnin, Yawnin.
So after you take a drink of Anthem, delicious Ouroboros Stout, do you go, is that a Yawnin?
That's a Yawnin.
Okay. Let it be known.
Okay.
Coin in terms. So how do you wake up? Because, so everybody in this room knows that, I love my rest. I'm a restful boy. I need it. That's how I stay alive.
So young and healthy.
So I love bedtime. Got my fresh undies on.
Yeah.
Sliding in between the sheets. Got the laptop ready to go. Going to queue up something wholesome for the evening. And
a little Seventh Heaven, maybe?
Well, more or less. I fall asleep, sometimes have a little trouble falling asleep, but I love bedtime. I love that nighttime routine. Every morning when I wake up,
there's a halo hanging from the corner of your girlfriend's four-post bed.
Oh my God.
There's actually a shoehorn leaning against the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. No, but for as long as I can remember, I wake up and I don't let a yawn in. I let a... I guess it's
the opposite.
Yeah,
of that.
The angry yawn.
No, it's like, so you take a drink and you go, there's... What you did is... Oh.
Yeah. I used to work with a guy, and he would sip his beverage in the office so loudly. I sat a couple computers down from him, and this is what he did. And I kid you not, at least 10 times a day, maybe even 20 times a day, he'd go, that's good. Every time. It's like, are you reminding yourself? Like,
oh, you got to tell yourself it's good.
Trust your taste buds, buddy.
Yeah.
It's good.
Trust your buds.
Yeah.
But what if he does that like everywhere in life? Like he gets off work, goes meet his friend. Because let's be honest, he doesn't have multiple. He just has one
His
guy.
imaginary
friend.
Because if you're doing that, you have an imaginary
Just sit
friend.
at the bar and go, one Anthem IPA, please. Crack it and go, that's good. And just in a bar in public.
The only time...
I mean, he's doing it at work. That's public.
Yeah.
The only time you're allowed to do that is after you mow your yard and it's a sultry summer day and you crack that
Label out. Just label out. Do it. Crack it.
It's the golden hour. The sun's setting. Everything's a golden haze. And you take that drink and you look out at your yard and you go, it's good. The only time you should be able to do that.
So
every time.
So when I wake up, I feel like...
Well, you know you're going to be the man that's... Sorry.
You got to
just
stop.
quoting Sugar Ray?
You really got to stop.
When I wake
Was that
up...
the second? Oh, no,
when
that's...
I know I'm going to be...
That's
I'm gonna be
the Proclaimers.
Yeah.
Same thing.
When I wake up, I like to set an alarm. I try and get up by 7. Like at the latest, I'm getting out of bed at 7. I'll set an alarm for 6:30, and I feel like I do that. So when it goes off, I'm like, yes, 30 more minutes. Because like when you wake up before your alarm, you're like, dope. I can lay here a little bit longer. But I set an alarm to wake up before my actual alarm.
The worst thing is waking up 5 minutes before your alarm goes off.
Oh, dude.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Or
Worst.
like 20 minutes. Because 30 minutes would be like, oh, cool, I can get like a quick 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
But 20, it's like, that's not going to... I might as well just fucking get up now.
My
Yeah.
favorite is waking up. So let's say I get up at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Let's see. Waking up at like 5. Because then you got like a block. Like you're going back to bed for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like a nap. It's like a long nap. It's not, you're not hitting the snooze.
You could get up and be a productive human being and go, I'll get up at 5. I'll make my breakfast this morning. I'm going to do some things around the house before I go to work. Get my day prepped. Nah, fuck it. I'll just sleep for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up these commercials. Fatbison.com. Our
I bet he
friend
doesn't sleep
Matt.
in.
No. Never slept, actually.
He's a non-sleeper.
The guy's never slept a day in his life. You know why?
Why?
He's cranking out signs. He's cranking out furniture. He's just cranking.
I thought you were going to say his dick is so big that he just can't sleep.
You said it. This week, fatbison.com, maker of high-quality wooden signs, and our good friend, Matt.
Great guy.
Oh, BDM. Visit him at fatbison.com. Order big wood. Let's get this started. Let's kick this monkey. What do you say?
Episode 104.
What'd you think about Kick This Monkey? That came out of nowhere.
No, it sounds like a 90s like slang term. Kick the monkey.
Spank the monkey. Shock the
Shock
monkey.
the monkey. There was a couple of them. Shock the monkey. Was that a Aussie song?
I believe, I'm not sure who is Shock the Monkey. There was a cover of it in the 90s. It was in...
Cold Chamber, right?
Yes.
It was Cold Chamber and Aussie. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. But I think it was like a...
Cold Chamber.
Cold Chamber?
Whoa, bro. You
Oh,
better
boy.
watch.
Do I got a streamy for you?
Yes, you do.
A band... Let's just surprise him.
Okay.
So it is Aussie.
Yes.
See, I thought it was based on like a 70s song or something.
Yeah, but it might be like an Aussie 70s song. When did Aussie start going solo?
Whoa. 80s?
Dude, just that still frame of Ozzy looked like an angry lesbian mom.
Oh. All right, get the monkey in there. There he is. See, I swore this was a cover.
It is because... Oh, okay. Because Ozzy's in it.
All right.
Yeah, it is. It's Ozzy. Anyways, so yeah, shock the monkey, spank the monkey. What did you say? Kick the monkey?
Kick that monkey.
Let's kick this monkey, though. That could be a saying. Let's get this party started.
Let's do it.
Let's get it started.
Yeah,
Here.
the best sidestep of all time.
Yeah.
We've talked about it
Yeah.
before, but the Black Eyed Peas with that little sidestep of, let's change it to it.
Yeah.
Let's get it started.
Yeah, great.
Sell out albums.
So I brought this up last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We went and had the Mule. Took a little trip to the Mule.
Yeah.
Mule OKC. Deliciousness. I've always kind of been on the fence about the Mule. I like it in theory, but it's more than comfort food. Like, at least what I get. I know
It's hearty.
You're more of a healthy
Dude, even
fella,
the vegetarian stuff there is like, it's hearty.
Yeah. Well, we went last weekend, and when we were dining outside, the Plaza Festival was going on. Made it out of the house. It was grand.
It felt good.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. And man, I want to put it on the record here. I think it's time to get our boys 311 logo tattoo.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
You're talking about the sweatshirt logo.
Our homage to our brodels.
Tattooed.
Why not?
I'm down.
Are you?
I wanted to do the floral print. I wanted to do the floral print box.
It takes too long. Too expensive, my man.
You just want to do we're talking just like an outline.
Like filled in black. Yeah,
Okay.
like the logo.
Okay.
It means so much to me. This means so much to me. I think it's time to emblazon our skin for the rest of this mortal life.
With our version of a 311 logo.
Well, see, I think that I'm a little more down because, you know.
I'm a 311 fan.
I'm not, and I'm super down.
Okay. Can it... I mean, you're not going to do it like on your fucking...
I'm doing it on
arm.
my forehead.
Yeah, I was thinking like right side of the neck.
Yeah,
kind of
let's
like.
do like a little oozy kind of a... Maybe on the face.
Ooh, yeah, the peep. Like right over the eyebrow.
The peep.
You know?
Little pee-pee.
I think it's time.
Okay.
I think it's time. I want to do it. I want to do it before the concert.
So you can have it. Fresh ink.
So I can show it.
You're going to show it off?
To some people.
Okay.
To five guys I might know or not know yet. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to do it. But then it got me to thinking. I've been getting the itch.
For another new tat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't get that itch very often.
I've been slowly... It's been a... What do you call that? When you're not like, itchy, but like...
The tingle.
I've been having a tattoo tingle for a while.
It's weird because I have a few tattoos, but I've never really got the itch. I'm not like, oh, gotta go get another one. I always thought that was weird. People are like, yeah, I got one. Man, they're addicting. It's like, yeah, I'm addicted to cool things, and
Right.
that is a cool thing. Usually,
That's the thing.
Mine,
Yes, it doesn't hurt. It hurts.
It hurts, and it's not addicting.
It hurts. It's not addicting. You're addicted to looking cool.
Yeah.
Because let's just be fucking honest. You get a tattoo because it looks cool.
Yeah.
If you
Right.
want, no, but it's a thing to remember my grandmother by, then you know what? Hang a picture up, bro.
Hey.
Like it's,
You know what you do?
well,
You
the
close your eyes and you remember.
right?
It's easy.
It's nice though. I mean, like I have one that I probably wouldn't have ever gotten unless I got it with my two little brothers and my mom.
Right.
And like that's neat. But I also still think it looks cool, and I wouldn't have got it if it looked stupid.
one's gonna go
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
you know what? I just want to get something really shitty.
yeah. I mean, because you probably already did, right? And you thought it was cool, and now it sucks.
Actually,
no
nowadays,
longer cool.
that's not so far-fetched.
Shitty tattoos?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All these like mumble rap, what do they call them? SoundCloud rappers? Cloud rappers?
Garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah.
They all have shitty tattoos, and it's cool to have the shittier the tattoo,
Well,
the
same
better.
same in the punk scene, in the rock and roll scene. You know,
Shitty tattoos.
Yeah, it's like a badge of honor to have these like crappy tattoos, and I think some of them. Okay, I think a crappy tattoo looks great if it's done right. If it's a good looking shitter,
Yeah.
A good looking shitty
yeah.
tattoo.
If it's a good looking shitter, I'm cool with that.
Now, are you saying like something that's just like a dumb tattoo idea? Because when I think of a shitty tattoo, I think of like
Poorly done.
poorly done.
Well, there's a
Like
difference
you-
between the on purpose crappy tattoo and the like. That dude got that in a cell block tattoo.
Yeah.
or
you
that
know.
that guy got that in somebody's kitchen.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm guilty as
Right?
charged.
Yeah, same.
Guilty as charged. So this is going to be probably silly to say out loud, but I've been thinking about it, and I think the next tattoo I'm going to get, besides the boys logo,
Sure.
I think I'm going to get the Grateful Dead skull.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you so you're gonna make it official that you're a deadhead?
I'm wearing the sandals. I told you I'm a deadhead.
You're buying the caravan.
I'm buying the tat. I'm buying the Volkswagen van.
That's what I'm saying. You're buying the caravan.
No, you're buying the Volkswagen camper van, dude.
Yeah.
A caravan. That's what that is.
Okay. Well,
Jesus.
Gee,
Wow,
enough
fuck.
with the caravan. We get it. No. Like, dude, it's the caravan. You like, I can just imagine you texting me at like 11, like, dude, like Wikipedia caravan.
You're talking about that car.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I joke around about being a deadhead. I like the Grateful Dead. I'm
Yeah.
actually recently kind of going through this like resurgence of liking them. It happened about a year ago. happened a couple years before that. It's happening again right now. I'm not even the biggest fan. I just really like the symbol, and I
The
like what
logo
it
is cool.
represents, the skull with the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's just a cool tattoo.
I remember seeing that logo for the first time when I was a kid. And,
Did it scare you?
Yeah. And like a rockabilly, it's like in like a hit parader, and there's a rockabilly ad for like a Grateful Dead like wall hang, like a tapestry, and it's the logo. I was like, whoa. But you know, in little writing it tells you what the band is, but I didn't see that. All I saw was that. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, who it? And then Grateful Dead, I'm like, Grateful Dead must be fucking metal. Yeah, and then you listen to it and it's like, it is not at all.
That's what I thought too.
Psychedelic bluegrass.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, like me and my grandpa would go into like Starship Records in Tulsa, and like have you ever been there?
No, but we have our Oklahoma equivalent, which was the Happy Days record.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would go with my grandpa and like check out records and like T-shirts and stuff like that. And he would go with me, and I saw a Grateful Dead poster, and I was like, dude, that looks fucking sick. I thought it was so fucking cool, and I had no idea what they were. And like at the time I was listening to like a bunch of Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin with my grandpa, and he was like, yeah, they're not as cool as their logo. And I was like, ooh. And then we listened to it, and I was like, yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't match up.
Yeah.
But from that documentary, kind of does, because like the lyrical content and stuff like that, you know?
Dude,
Which
such
is
a great doc,
so
by the way.
cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, like I can't say that I don't like the Grateful Dead or that I like the Grateful Dead. I haven't really like given them the college try.
Sure.
Because I feel like for someone like me who's never really like given them a shot, it's like, okay, I think I'm going to start listening to the Grateful Dead now. It's like, oh, really? Because there is hours and hours and hours and albums for you to just jump into, and it seems like a lot.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
and you get to like, you can pull up YouTube videos, then like, you can hear what's the lap, because Grateful Dead and Fish are both not album bands.
Yeah.
They're the live show.
Right.
And thank God they were around when you could video things. I mean, crudely in like the 70s or whatever when they started. Like, and then that was the thing. I saw the thing in the hit parade. I was like, who's Grateful Dead? And then I'm watching MTV one night, and they play that music video, or maybe it was VH1, the pop-up video where they play the old ones. It was the music video where they all end up being skeletons.
Touch of Grey.
Touch of Grey.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's late dead.
yeah, I didn't know who they were because I came in mid-video. I'm like, what is this cheesy shit? And then, then it says Grateful Dead, blah, whatever. In the video, I'm like, that's fucking Grateful Dead? Like, nah, dude.
Nah.
But they do have an iconic logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of bands, like you said, lyrical content. Led Zeppelin always had this iconic imagery, but they don't sound like, I mean, they're a classic rock band, but lyrically, like, it's all very medieval.
Yeah.
It's fucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, very Lord of the Rings,
It's
like
sick.
druid-like shit.
So I think with this dead tat, I think that it's just, I don't know. I'm conflicted about it because I think it's cool and I want to emblazon it on my body, much like the boys logo.
It's definitely a leg tat.
No, see, I'm thinking like really big right here.
Yeah.
Like
On the shoulder?
my whole shoulder.
So
right
the
here.
head, so the circle, the head part goes around. I get it. I
Yeah,
see what you're
yeah,
saying.
right here, like nice and big, and I got a nice space for it right there.
Yeah.
However, I would feel weird if somebody saw it. Let's say I was at the lake, or at the zoo amphitheater. I got my shirt off. I'm swinging it over my head. I'm just down
Or
in
it's got
beers.
that cutoff on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody comes up and is like, dope, man, what's your favorite live recording from 72? I'd be like, Touch of Grey? No, I know enough about them where I think I could bullshit my way through that tattoo interview, that tattoo shakedown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would feel weird being like, well, no, see, I really got it because I like what it represents, and I just really like the graphic design elements of it. I just think
And
it's
actually,
really
look
cool.
at it. It looks pretty badass.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about it,
Yeah, like that's big in like the punk scene of like getting band tattoos. If you have like the Black Flag bars, like someone would be like, what's your favorite album?
Dude, you know what's funny?
What?
When it's like the Black Flag bars, but it's like bacon. Or like You know what I mean? Like it's like the Reddit head, like from the Alien.
See, I feel like the Black Flag logo made out of bacon is probably cooler than Black Flag.
Oh, dude, what's more iconic? But what's
4 strips of bacon, dude.
But again, talking about iconic logos, that's a super simple logo.
It's one of the most iconic logos, and that's what I wanted to ask a minute ago. Getting into this tattoo talk with Robbie Premium, what
tattoo talk with Robbie Premium,
the tattoo tingle with Robbie Premium. What, in your opinion, is maybe a couple of the most iconic band logos of all time? And I would say that the Deadhead Steal Your Face skull is in the top 5 in my personal number 1.
This is blowing my mind. So I was thinking I was sitting around my room playing on acoustic guitar, and I still have that box of stuff that the Atari, Chris Rose sent me. And
name drop. Jesus.
No, but I'm saying this because I was playing acoustics. I'm trying to do this 90s cover thing, and I started playing their cover of Boys of Summer, and then I started playing a bunch of other Atari songs. But I thought about the Boys of Summer line and the Don Henley songs. Out on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac because he's older, but it was on a Cadillac, meaning they're older too.
They sold out.
They sold out. Yeah. The Atari's one is I saw a Black Flag sticker, and I think why he did that was because those are iconic logos you'll see around.
And the symbol now represents something maybe a little different than the band intended for, or what it meant culturally at the time.
Yeah.
But I would have to say both of those are in the top 10. In my personal opinion, there's a lot. I mean, and it's not always a logo. It could be a shape, like with Pink Floyd. It's the prism,
right?
I mean, that you see that, and I knew what that was before I even heard Pink Floyd. I was like, oh yeah, that's that Pink Floyd band,
right?
Before I got let down, so to speak. No, I like Pink Floyd. I have several. I sport their entire record collection, but
after a while, man, I'm there with you. I used to love Pink Floyd when I was younger.
Oh yeah, I had my moment.
Yeah,
as opposed to now when you're a grizzled old man.
No, I mean, but when I was, I don't know, I'm not like this guy, but I don't know, I was listening to that shit a long time ago. I'm not old now, but I was listening to it when I was 10.
Yeah, you've heard it.
Yeah.
I feel like it is that way. We had maybe 2 or 3. There was the classic rock guy at your school who wore Deadhead t-shirts, his favorite band ever, Pink Floyd, man.
Yeah.
That dude.
It's Pink Floyd, The Dead, Jimi Hendrix. It's always those. It's
it's like he pulled out a Guitar World and was what are the 4 songs to learn? I love all of those guys.
Yeah. That was me pretty bad. I don't know, I wasn't I hung out with a bunch of people like that, so we would just sit around and learn fucking.
Did you have Guitar World magazines?
I would get them for the I don't know. It sounds like
got them for the articles.
No, I would get them. I didn't have a subscription, but if I had one, I saw one on a rack, I would buy one and cut out my favorite guitar players and post them on the wall and shit.
Robbie stole a chord chart out of one. For How Bizarre.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And we played it that day in your garage.
Yeah.
You know what I think is a pretty iconic logo? AC/DC. It's just the name of the band, but dude, they've done so many things with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's it's pretty cool.
I'm going to say Kiss.
Kiss,
yeah,
for sure.
Kiss is definitely up there. Interesting tidbit. They changed the logo for Germany. If you look at the German Kiss logo versus the American Kiss logo, they took out the kind of shapes that are indicative of the SS.
Yeah.
And it's more of it's rounded instead of pointy.
Yeah. I can see why they would do
so
that.
It's more of a bubbly kind of a font.
Yeah.
They don't. They deny that shit a lot.
And I honestly, in my knowledge of Kiss, which is almost as vast as our friend Brad Chad Porter's, I'm getting there. I'm closing in.
Closing in on Kiss.
There was a lot they used to say Knights in Satan's Service and all this stuff. Or
that sounds dope. Yeah. That's a way cooler name.
That was one of the things. The Satanic Panic thing was the.
I'll take it a step further. I heard somebody say growing up that AC/DC. Do you remember?
After Christ Devil Comes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, mine was different.
What was yours?
Against Christ, Devil, Children.
What?
Which
so
is
metal.
That's drawing a line.
No, but when I heard After Christ Devil Comes, I was like, that actually sounds fucking cool.
Yeah.
But it's about electrical currents. Sorry.
Is the because
it's lightning bolt and everything. I don't know how you didn't get that.
Well, it's actually 1/5 of a pentagram turned. No, but it makes sense. Like high energy rock and roll.
Yeah.
They were just
high
like,
octane.
Dude,
Yeah.
banging
early
it out.
AC/DC was fucking. There was just nothing but bangers.
They had
Fucking
an album
rules.
cover of Angus Young pulling down a lever for electrical current. Like,
was
come
sick.
on, guys.
I remember like the first. I forget what song it was, but like the first AC/DC music video I saw, I think it was Dirty Deeds, where Bon Scott was dressed like a woman, and they all just like they were like playing like metal at the time, like rock and roll,
heavy metal.
But I was like, these look like a bunch of punk dudes,
Yeah.
and like this dude's dressed like a lady, just like getting nasty, and this fucking rules. Like,
I just
so
thought of
cool.
something. So we're talking about how back in the day, like things leapfrog time periods, you know, people being behind the times. AC/DC's from Australia,
right?
Yeah,
they were playing like this rock and roll.
yeah.
It may have been their version of punk rock, just
I mean,
you know what
yeah, just
a
across
different-
the pond.
just
I mean,
across
they
the
had
pond.
a super punk mentality. I mean,
Yeah.
like their shows and everything. I mean, they got fucking nuts.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to see AC/DC.
I've seen
Not
them.
anymore.
No,
No,
well, I can't
I
now.
saw them. I saw them on the. I mean, it was like their worst album, but I saw them on the Black Ice tour, and
That name
like,
is dope, though.
yeah. It was
Wait,
fucking
wait.
rad.
Black Ice, Black Eyes, or Black Guys?
Black Ice.
It's an album for bus drivers. The only person in my life that ever worried about black ice was my bus driver.
Well, you know what's
Watch out for that black
Yeah,
ice.
there's that black ice right there.
well.
Or maybe he was saying black guys.
Brian Johnson made
a small town.
Made a super dad joke on stage that night. I saw him at the BOK Center in Tulsa, and it was like in December, and there was no shit black ice on the ground, and he was just like pretty much something along the lines of just like, hey, this is perfect because our new album is Black Ice, and everyone's like, oh. It was stupid, but the show was fucking good. It was really good, and
Dope.
Angus Young was getting it, just like. And then they had like the blow up like shit in the background, like trains and chicks with tits, and just
Chicks with tits.
yeah, dude.
My favorite.
Yeah.
I want to see like the long lost or the cutting room floor AC/DC cover where it's like Angus Young installing a light switch.
Oh, yeah. The B-roll.
Or
Like,
the-
nah, it's not yourself.
Or like the Young photo when they had no money and they're like, man, we need some band photos. And they're all standing around a breaker box.
Oh,
Just
God,
like,
dude.
Dude, there's gotta be one.
Yeah.
There's
Under
gotta
some
be that
power
shit.
lines, you
Yeah.
know?
Jesus.
Yeah. Is it weird that most of the logos we're talking about are from the 60s, 70s?
Well, Nirvana, the smiley face one, that's
Yeah.
a pretty iconic one. And just the font they use.
yeah.
Like, that's people still steal that font.
Man, it's a great font.
It's great font.
I see it a lot in like modern fashion, like Instagram posts, you know, like if you tab over to that Explore
but
tab
you
and do
know
a
what
little-
that is. You can type anything in that Nirvana font and you know what it is.
Absolutely.
Isn't this a dope picture though? And I don't know why it's not loading, but like this one,
I had that shirt.
Yeah.
dude, it's so dope. I don't know,
But super simple. Like, yeah, I mean, he can shred like a motherfucker, but he also knew how to just stay in the pocket and just play a cool little.
oh yeah, I mean, he
Little
only
riff.
knew one scale, which is totally fine.
all
And
you
the,
need.
the drums,
The
super. just-
pentatonic scale, and he was just like, I'm gonna play this for 40 fucking years and make millions of dollars, and that's what he did.
Just
And it
that
was
4/4 drum. Boom, God, do, God. Bass line,
That's
super
it.
simple.
Do.
Keep it simple, stupid. AC/DC did it.
Fuck yeah. So speaking of AC/DC, it reminds me of like yard work rock.
Yeah.
It's like, because it's whatever's on the cat, you know, you're cranking the cat
On a boombox.
on a
as
on an
loud as you
old
can.
Iowa boombox. I miss the days of the Iowa. It wasn't the boombox.
You talking about the single speaker? Or
a
stereo?
3-piece set,
Okay.
if you will.
Where
You
the
got your
speakers take off?
you got your carousel on top, spinning those 3 discs.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like the newer versions had like lights in them, like green, red lights.
Yeah.
But then you got your double tape deck because that's all you need.
Yeah.
I need more than one. I don't need 3.
Or you're making your own radio station, your own mix.
Or you're dubbing CDs to tapes for your poor friends. All kinds of good stuff. I miss the day of the Iowa boombox. Like honestly, if I could find one at a thrift store that was in like great usable condition, I might put it on my bookshelf in my living room as an homage.
I almost bought, there was a It was one of the Tower Entertainment Center units from like way back in the day with like the wood, shitty like wood sides, the wheels.
Record
Yeah.
storage underneath.
Yeah, record player on top, and then right below the record player is the radio,
Graphic EQ.
and then dual cassette, and then the record thing on the
and
bottom.
it had the glass door that
glass
opened.
door on top, glass thing on the top. Like, man, that would be cool to have.
It's so American Psycho. It's so dated, but they look so cool
and
looking
it's
back.
all in one. It's everything you need right there.
Besides Bluetooth and aux jack,
You could do that though.
I'm gonna hardwire it. Speaking of AC/DC, that's my favorite album, Hardwired. Is that really an album?
It's not.
It sounds like it,
sounds
should
like
be,
it,
right?
And because it's a pun. Hard wired.
I don't get it.
Hard
Like a
and
dick.
Okay, that album cover is a take off the Rolling Stones one, where it's just but this is going to be a work guy. He's an electrician, right? So he's got his work utility belt, and then a fucking boner, like a side pipe.
But or hanging out of the zipper is like a plug, like a 3-pronger, just hanging out.
And this is I'll be done with AC/DC after this. I know for a fact I'm about to start listening to AC/DC again, like old AC/DC.
Are you talking like Big Gun?
I'm talking no.
Oh, big God.
Yeah, from that
Do you remember the
badass
song
movie.
Big Balls.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
song.
that was a staple of the Cat when we were kids.
Oh,
They
yeah.
would play that, and they probably still do, but play it all the time. And I thought it was so weird because instead of being like,
Yeah.
it was like, my balls are always bouncing, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's a comedic little ditty.
I loved it. I loved it. I love my comedy rock. What can I say?
Love comedy. You're a sucker for comedy, right?
I am.
You know what's cool? One last thing for me with the logos. When Zeppelin did the logos for every member of the band, with like, there was like the circle with the feather in it, and then like the Zoso, and then the 3 circles. I forget what it's called. And then there was another one. I can't remember what the other one was, but they were like synonymous with like the members in the band, and like that's so cool because like there's people like I know people that have just those 4 symbols on their arm, and it's just like, man, that's really cool. I would never do it, but like, I don't know, it's sick.
Well, that goes back to like Robbie's saying with tattoos and logos. That's one of the things I think anyone who's like into a band has thought about, like, maybe I'll get that tattooed on me. Like, I've always thought about getting the Deftones white pony. And I think the pony, would be that would be Deftones logo, right?
Yeah.
It's the logo for the album, I would say.
Right.
But that and the 4 Zeppelin figures or figures, like symbols, it's an homage without being too on the nose. And I think that's dope.
Right.
Like,
yeah. I don't know. Cool logos are rad. I mean, people love symbols. I mean, like, we love them. I mean,
and that's what makes an iconic logo, is some sort of symbology or some sort of shape that you can resonate with.
Well, because like the way that like humans work. I mean, like the first like Anglo-Saxon like symbols and stuff like that. Right. I mean, like they were symbols that meant things, and that was like some of the first like writing,
Sure.
Yeah.
And so we still have those today, but with bands, and people love it.
Well, there's a band that changed their logo almost every album.
Who?
Blink-182. It started out being the rabbit, right? The skanking. Is the rabbit skanking or running?
It's skanking.
Okay, skank and rabbit. And then they did the pill.
That was
their logo for a very long time.
It was
and
dope.
then they did the smiley face.
Oh, yeah.
With the arrows coming
swing
off
and a
of it.
miss. Yeah.
Swing and a miss on that one.
You know, my favorite symbol is of all time?
Mm-hmm.
The dick.
Just that classic cartoon penis.
That's a terrible cartoon penis.
What?
Why
Did
is
you
that?
just draw that?
The head is a butt. The head is a butt.
No, it's the head. It's your pillows. It's your head pillows in the back, like underneath. You got your little bumps there.
I've never looked at the underneath of my. I don't turn my dick around and look
You
at
never
it.
straddled a mirror?
No. Whoa, have I never what?
Straddled a mirror?
No. Have you?
Am I human? Do I live and breathe? Do I yawn in the morning?
I've never straddled a mirror.
Try it. Look at your butthole. You owe it to yourself. Everybody in the world, male, female, everything in between, owes it to themselves to look at every inch of their body at least
That's weird
once.
that you haven't done that though.
It's weird.
You afraid?
Yeah. You afraid?
You afraid of what you're gonna see?
I'm gross.
No, you're not.
No.
I don't want to
You
see
have a
my
body. It's your body, man.
You've got a hot bod.
So
Look at it.
So your wife has had to see every inch of your body, but you won't even do it?
My wife has not seen my asshole, nor will she ever see my
Come
asshole.
on. What? Really?
Not even in the heat of the moment. Like you rip your pants down, you bend over, and you just
show
spread
her your ass.
you just spread your cheeks and say,
Like
"Honey, I'm home."
Yeah, like an ape creature. I'm just like, look at my hair.
Tim Allen?
Yeah. I turn into Tim Allen. I show her my ass.
Oh.
You think Tim Allen ever looked at his butthole?
Fuck yes, he did.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, second favorite AC/DC album, More Power.
Oh my God. You're just making up AC/DC albums
It's
now.
not hard. It's really not that hard.
Oh, shit.
Mine's Maximum Voltage.
That's a real one.
Is
right?
that real? See, this is the lines are blurred. The
I'm not
power
going-
lines are blurred. Yeah, AC/DC totally reminds me of yard rock, and I had a little yard work this weekend.
Yeah.
Dylan and I made love, woke up in that order, and did a little yard work. And
Were you Bill Cosby in him or something?
we did some yard work. Was it Friday?
It's Friday morning.
Yeah, and man,
It was funny, dude. We woke up early and everything.
woke up early, toweled off, made our way outside, and it was glorious. Like just to get up, and I think what made it glorious is that it's not 110 fucking degrees outside yet.
No,
it was
you get that shit done early.
well, it was cool. Like when we went outside to like dust off that old mower, string up the old weed eater, power it up. It was beautiful outside, and it really set the mood for not hating yourself while you're pushing a mower over your shitty backyard,
Dude, the whole day ended up being amazing. Like, I feel like we could have done anything and it would have been great. Like, I felt so good.
And how often do you guys feel that way? How often do you you're in the middle of doing something or you finish something and you're like, this is it. This is how I'm supposed to feel a lot. Like, do you feel that often? Because, I mean, I'm a pretty happy dude, but I don't really get that often.
The satisfaction feeling of feeling fulfilled.
Any of that. Like,
Yeah, I do. It's once a week when I get out to the jam room and like if I have a good full day of like making songs and doing and recording it. Once you have something, it's the same thing as mowing a lawn or doing yard work. It's starting a task and then seeing it to completion. And that's like, I did that.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get that feeling without that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday was no exception.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the middle of doing it, I was just like, dude, this is what life's all about. I feel good. I'm out. I'm getting some sun. I'm getting some fresh air. I'm doing some work. I can see the results as they're happening.
Right.
I can see the finish line of being finished with this and not to be done, but just to be like, okay, that's wrapped up now.
Yeah.
But do you find yourself jumping into different projects when you're done? Like noticing something while you're like, I could probably pull the weeds out of that flower bed.
I usually do like the one or two like supplemental things that need to be done while I'm doing something, but I try to keep it to a minimum.
I almost did like way more yard work than we were going to do because I was like, do you have a shovel? Because I was just going to just like dig up those, the flower bed and just like pack the dirt back in. And I was just like, yeah, I could totally do that right now. Like,
And what did I say?
you were like, well, we'll wait and do that. We'll do that like next weekend or something.
Save it for another day.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Save
right.
it
Save
for
it for another
another
day.
day.
Save it until it's 110 degrees outside and you're like, fuck this. I just want to be in playing computer games.
It was nice to get outside though.
But when you were a kid, you hated that shit. I hated mowing when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. It was terrible because it wasn't your fucking yard.
No, it wasn't my yard, and I didn't get to have an ice cold Anthem beer in the shower when I'm done.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only time you can drink a beer in the shower and not feel like an alcoholic.
I mean, I've done it. Like many times I've taken a beer in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm good and drunk. Time to take a shower. Time to stand on some water.
Yeah.
What a better time.
Yeah.
I just want moisture on my body.
Yeah.
I'm fucked up. Time to rinse out my ass.
Yeah.
Let's just get it nice and
Rinse
clean.
out your
So I can
ass.
look at it, clear the stone, so to speak.
Yeah.
don't know. I didn't mind the yard work when I was a kid. I liked. Okay, I had a love-hate relationship with it when I was a kid because when I was mowing the yard, that was my time to like crank up the System of a Down and like just fucking murder that grass. You know, we talked about that before.
Yeah. Fucking murder that.
But we had 5 acres, which about 3 of it had no trees on it.
That's a lot.
Oh my God.
Dude, my sadistic stepmother at the time made me mow the yard with a push mower, even though we had a riding lawnmower.
Dude,
Hey,
fuck that.
What?
I was 14. My dad let me use the riding lawnmower when he was home, but he wasn't home on lawn care day.
Oh,
So,
convenient.
yeah, the nice cub cadet had to chill in the building, and I'm out there pushing a fucking push mower that was like an old shitter. Not Alvin and the Chipmunks, but
Dude.
like it was a piece of crap.
I would have been like, bitch, I'm getting on that Cub Cadet.
Dude.
How sadistic is that?
That's cruel as fuck.
Are you trying to teach me a lesson?
What kind of lesson would that be?
That you're a bitch?
Yeah, exactly. That's
That's
the
what I was
only
gonna say.
lesson there. Like, was she worried that you were going to like crash into something? Or
Probably. Or, put miles on it, put wear and tear. I was like, that's literally
It's what it is for.
literally why my
I'll
dad
say this.
bought that.
If you cannot drive a fucking riding lawnmower
Yeah.
after the age, if your feet can touch the gas and the brake pedal and you don't know how to operate it, you should just drive that off of a cliff because you are a fucking idiot.
Just
Especially the old
just turn
school
it
ones.
on. Make sure you know where it's going, and then you just lay down.
Well, no, the old school ones were like,
You're making a square.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing is
Yeah.
making a
You
square.
have a steering wheel, which really doesn't do a whole lot.
Yeah,
It kind
you
of just keeps
gotta-
you in a line.
Right.
Yeah.
But now they have those new ones. They're not even new. Now they're considered old.
Yeah.
The tank
zero
ones.
turn.
The tank
Yeah.
one, like
Zero
how-
turn, yeah.
How the fuck does that even work?
My dad just upgraded for the first time in his life. And he's got a lot. I mean, you've been out to my dad's.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a lot of
A lot of land.
mowing. A lot of mowing to do. He just recently upgraded to one of those zero turn tank boys that literally you can just spin around in them.
That's awesome.
And he was like, he pulled it out of the shed. Well, not the shed, the building, I guess.
yeah.
The unit.
Yeah, and brought it out, and he dadded me. He's like, take it easy on that. That thing will get away from you. It's fast. No, don't even put it on the highest setting.
You don't want to.
So what did I do? I threw it in the highest setting.
yeah.
See what that baby's made of.
Threw those jokers forward, went into warp drive, dude. It left my stomach like a foot behind me. This
Seriously?
thing, dude, it peeled out in the yard. It was hauling
That's
ass.
badass.
But
So
there's
did
no
you feel like Han Solo, like some sort of a speed pod racer?
speeder bike, dude. Straight up a grass cutting speeder bike, and I'm zipping across the yard.
Oh man.
The thing
Blades
is-
on?
No.
You
okay.
know that he knew you were going to do that.
Oh, of course. I am my father's son.
I'm going to tell you not to do this because I know you're just going to do it.
Yeah.
Which he should have just been like, get on there and crank it up.
Yeah.
Like, and I'd be like, no, boring. Like, no way.
Well, then he would feel bad if anything happened. So he's got to be like, oh, don't do it.
Yeah. The thing, that was the Hot Pockets. That was the same melody.
Don't do it.
Dylan, no, don't do it. Boo bangs. So the thing about those mowers, though, is they have no brakes. So to stop them,
What? You
you
let go?
pull the levers back to zero.
That sounds way cool. What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's
no
just-
brake.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
You get a workout.
you press it forward,
Yeah.
and it starts to go faster as you press it forward. Each lever on each side of you, one level. And yeah, to stop, you bring them back, and then to reverse each side, you pull it backwards. So if you press one forward and pull one backwards, you
turn,
fucking
right?
zero turn. Yeah.
That's so cool.
That does sound cool.
So fun. Come over. We'll ride it. We'll take it for a ride sometime.
Hell yeah.
sounds
Everybody,
so
you're on.
fun.
If you're listening to this,
Hop on.
you're invited.
I don't know why that sounds so fun.
Super fun.
Dude,
Made
that-
me want one, even though I have no need for one.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I could mow my yard in like 4 seconds
Yeah,
with this
dude,
thing.
if you got one for the backyard and front yard, that's just irresponsible. You just
Dude, I saw a dude
way
on one of
too
those
much
in
money.
my neighborhood. You've seen how the houses are super
Are you
close together.
serious?
A dude had one, and he was just, dude, he's just like, just basically making a circle. Because all you could do is just like turn. Well, there's one.
Right.
Turn, and then you're done. Like basically, because not enough room to like even make a line if you're going to turn like that because it's a big blade, you know.
He just comes out, pirouettes, and parks it.
That's it. He does like a little curtsy and then he's out.
I don't know. I've thought about getting a small, like a very compact little, like a Forrest Gump riding mower. You remember his riding mower? It didn't have a front to it. Like it didn't have a hood. It was one of those old school ones where the steering wheel goes right down between your legs and you're sitting on top of the motor.
Yeah.
So cute.
Like a go-kart that goes super slow.
Yeah. I thought about getting one of those.
Yeah.
Because my yard's not big, but I have a yard. My backyard kind of winds around. Like I could use one, but I don't need a 0-turn bad boy.
Get you a Cub Cadet. I've been thinking about getting one, but I don't need it. My yard's small. I like to put. I feel like I'm getting exercise. Do you tell yourself that when you're in the shower? Like, it's a good workout.
Hold on. Is yours self-propelled or not?
Yes. I'm getting no workout.
No, you're
following. But I'm walking. I'm outside.
Walking.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I broke a sweat today.
True. Yeah. Mine is not self-propelled, and it's kind of heavy. Mm-hmm. And the other thing about it shakes. Like it's a newish.
Does it smoke?
Mower. No, not at all. The motor runs like a top, but it vibrates like a motherfucker.
It shakes. Smoke just billows out of it. I pass out every time I use it. It's from the fumes or something.
It looks like a fucking train starting.
It doesn't even have like the blade guard on it. You could see the blade whirring around.
The fun part about the end of mowing my lawn is finding my lawnmower after I wake up from blacking out.
And 2 of my fingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I liked the yard work. It felt good. And it won't feel good in a month when it's super hot.
No,
and
that's
I've done it a
worst.
few times.
That's when you start like being like, maybe there's a neighborhood kid. I can give $20 to mow my lawn.
What if you just did it at night?
Night mowing?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've seen people do that too. Like, I mean, a lot of the old school put like the Cub Cadets. We were John Deere family. They had headlights on.
Yeah,
so you can mow at night. I think it's more for mowing at dusk.
Well, like, so you can finish. It's just buying you a little time.
Just a little bit of time.
You're not starting that bad boy up at 10 p.m., but I got that one more strip to do on the side of the house. You know that side of the house strip?
What would you
gotta
think?
Do that.
What would you think if it was 10 o'clock at night and you're sitting down, you're watching TV, you're doing other things, and you'd hear a mower crank up? You go, what the fuck? And you peep out the window, do the mini blinds, the clink, and you put the 2 up, and your neighbor is fucking mowing his lawn.
Starting at 10?
Starting at 10.
I think you're on crack.
I'd call the cops.
At that point, you should.
I'm pretty sure this guy killed people.
But that's the one thing, like, there's a time frame. You do it between those hours and you're normal. You do it at night, you're a fucking wacko. Right. You can clean your house at any time and it's totally fine.
I love that.
Anything indoors is fine.
That late night clean. Mm-hmm. Like, you ever went out?
I'm on that late night clean.
Is that Hotline Bling?
Yeah, I think maybe.
But maybe go out for dinner with some friends or meet up after work for a happy hour, and you come home and you're just a little bit buzzed and you're good for the night. Mm-hmm. Like you're not tying one on, but you're just like feeling good. And you're like, I got that second wind.
Yeah.
I got that liquid wind.
Got that little energy, liquid wind.
And
it's like I'm gonna clean my house. Like I'm gonna do this, man. And not a deep clean. I just like to wipe. I'm just wiping off every flat surface in the house. Record player needs dusted.
There's a dish in the sink. I'm like, the dishwasher's almost full. I'm just gonna start that right up.
Might as well wake up to some clean dishes.
Yeah, I'll put them up tomorrow. Oh, there's some laundry. I'll do some laundry. Laundry takes too long though. Oh man, because then you got to toss them in the dryer.
Nothing is better to me than clean clothes.
Yeah.
I love a fresh load of laundry. You pull it out of the dryer and, the wet socks over here, but you got your warm wad.
Dude, I love carrying. I don't put it back in the hamper to carry it upstairs.
No,
I can't.
Bear hug it.
Give me that warmth.
You always lose
like 5 socks everywhere. Like, God damn it. Yeah. Have you ever done that and like not realize it and the next day you go, wait, was this a clean one or a dirt? You do that smell?
Or you just feel it if it's wet.
If it's wet.
You're good. If it's dry, good to go. Like, just throw that bad boy on and just hop down to the
one dirty sock,
one
clean sock. I've done that before. Worn one dirty, one clean on accident. Because I thought it was a clean one because it matched the one that was in the dryer.
Right.
Like, no, that one never got washed in the first place.
Yeah.
Socks. Missing socks.
The warm sock.
I love a good warm sock.
She's a warm sock, dude. Oh, that sounds worse than wet sock.
Sounds really gross.
Like a warm sock.
Have you ever done laundry sort of like maybe like at noon and you just do your sheets and stuff? You like load up all your bedding.
Yeah.
And then gets out of the dryer. It's nice and warm and toasty, and you put it back on. Then you take a nap.
Dude. I can't say that I haven't. I have.
Just
I
like
can't say that I enjoy it. I don't like being hot, man. I like a nice cold
If it's wintertime,
You got to get a cold room.
Okay.
Make your room cold. Because
Okay.
I fucking hate being hot when I sleep. Fuck that noise. It is the worst. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like sweating or something, fucking kill me now.
I hate that.
It is
Do you yawn?
so bad. No, I get out of bed angry and then just
You know what's gross is
Sucks.
it's the pillow when you can feel sweat on your pillow. It's like, dude, fuck. That's why.
Guess I gotta get a new pillow now because this shit is whack.
I'm saying it right now on the record. I fucking hate camping.
What?
I lie to people and I tell them, no, we should totally go camping. Fuck camping. You're outdoors. You're in a tent. You might as well be just outside because you're not saving your safe from anything but getting wet. If an animal wants to attack you, they're going to attack you.
Bro,
Bugs, spiders,
that's not what you get.
etc.
That's not what
But
you
they
use a
hold
tent,
on.
though.
I'm saying you can't save yourself from being hot. At home, you can turn that AC up. You're outside.
Right.
You just get that outdoor sweat, and then you stink. I don't. Rustic camping. I don't like rustic camping. I'll do it. I'll go to a KOA campground. I'll set up my tent at a spot where I paid for it. $12 nightly. But I don't really like rustic camping.
It's still hot though. They're not piping in cold air.
No, but you're right next to a bathroom, you know?
Yeah, that's an amenity, I would say.
Pissing and shitting. I mean, pissing outside's fine, but shitting outside?
Are you a fan of camping?
I fucking love camping. It's one of my favorite things ever to do. Yeah.
See, I think I'm a fan of everything up until that head hits the sleeping bag.
Everything else is fun, but
As a kid, I thought,
dude, I don't fuck with sleeping bags. Sleeping bags are straight up the worst thing on
what
the
do you
planet.
do?
I have a sleeping bag, but they're thick. You know, I have a thick sleeping bag, and I just zip it up, and
Use
then
it as a
I
mattress.
bring a like a sheet to camp, and then a couple pillows.
Last time we went camping, we brought a queen size blow up air mattress that you blow up with
See,
your
I feel
car.
like that's cheating, and
it
hate
totally
those.
is cheating.
Those are the worst, though, man. I can't do. I would rather sleep on the ground.
Well,
than
because
one
by
of
the
those.
morning you are sleeping on the ground.
part of you is
You're
like,
just, like from the waist down, you're on the ground.
like a leg and an elbow are like on the ground. Your head is touching the ground.
See, to me, that's not even the worst part about an air mattress is like if you fall asleep in the middle and you're all, cozy, and like you wake up in the morning and you're just fucking wrapped with this
like a hot dog.
Yeah, you are a human hot dog and you're just sweating. There's like a little puddle on the end of the bed because all your water just
rolled off. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, no. I would rather have like one of those like military cots. I've slept on one of those camping, and it was dope. It was way better than air mattresses.
Better than sleeping on the floor. That's for goddamn sure.
Not even a floor. The ground.
The ground.
Yeah.
And then you put your tent on like there's always something
rock.
underneath it or like fuck it. It's not fun. It's fun all day when you're hanging out, drinking beers and
Making a fire.
maybe doing some other things around a campfire.
Telling ghost stories.
Telling stories. You're up, hanging out.
Maybe doing a little fishing.
I try to postpone going to sleep when I do camp for as late as possible. Like, let's crack open another beer. Because I do not want to. I want to be good and drunk when I'm laying on the ground.
I want to be comatose. Like the comatose camper.
And you never sleep more than 4 hours camping. Tops.
Because you're waking up when the sun comes up.
Or you hear like a noise, like there's like animals, or you hear like jolts you awake. Yeah, as soon as that sun just peers through that tent.
This is making me want to go.
The heat. If the heat don't wake you up, that goddamn brightness is going to take you right out of it.
The thing about camping is when I was a kid, I used to make fun of like people that traveled in like big RVs. I'm like, that ain't camping, you fucking pussy. Like, but now it's like, no, they got that shit figured out. Like those old people that got the map of the United States where all the states are filled in where they've been, and they got a place to shit.
A nice air conditioner, a good fridge. They got a television in there.
Satellite dish right on top.
Right on top.
See,
good to go.
we had an RV, and like that's not the only camping experience I had. I had a tent when we would go camping in the RV, and every now and then I would set up my tent. I would still sleep outside, but man, there was just something about camping and the RV that is just so cool. And I was really little when I did it. And now like we still have that old RV, and sometimes I'll just go in there just like to hang out. You know, not I'm not chilling out in an RV, but I'll like, you know, go in. And I used to have this like stuffed like I had a teddy bear growing up, and it's still there. And like there's this shitty like 80s, like late 80s, early 90s couch that's just got a terrible design on it and folds out into a bed. Then that's where I slept. And I would watch Starship Troopers and get the shit scared out of me, like while we're just like camping at the lake. And it was so cool.
I hate camping. I fucking love RVs. I think they're the cool. I've always thought they were the coolest fucking thing.
What a great invention.
Yeah. There's always that kid in the neighborhood who has an RV, and like, can we go hang out in the RV? Yeah. And like we would sneak into the RV and just like hang out because it's the coolest thing. Like it's a house on wheels.
Yeah, it's the coolest clubhouse because it's just a house.
Hey, see that ottoman? It's also a fridge.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Just pull it out.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We had the opposite growing up, though. My dad, you know, God bless his still living soul. We had the, what do they call that? The pop-up trailer?
Yeah. Dude, I want one of those. But
pop-up
like right now.
Shit. Cool.
Total shit.
No. They've gotten way better.
Probably
pop-up
since
technology,
the 80s.
Super cool.
They've really refined the pop-up trailer.
The pop-up where it comes out and then like it goes like a T, and then there's a little twin-size shitter over here, another twin-size shitter over here.
Yeah, mom and dad are on that side.
Yeah.
Brother and sister are on this side. You're sleeping suspended in air on a little like metal pole that's holding it to the body of the pop-up trailer. There's like, I think ours had like a little dinette set in the middle.
Yeah.
Like enough room for 2 people, which is smart because you have 4 people sleeping
But the table can fold down
into another bed for dwarves, basically. And it was cool. Like it didn't have running water or anything like that, but it did have power, and it did have an AC on top. So you'd zip up the windows, you know, because there was always the light blocking layer and then the screen.
Right. Yeah.
So you'd zip it all up and you'd turn that AC on for the night, and it got nice and cool in there. So, you know, looking back, it was actually pretty great. I think I just had RV envy.
Diane and I have talked about getting a pop-up camper, like just because they're neat.
It wasn't very big. Like, no joke. The whole thing was probably like, what, 5 foot by 5 foot?
And
or
our
maybe
little
a little
cars,
bigger.
we can
6
haul a
foot by
pop-up
6
camper
foot.
behind our cars.
Yep.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
And that thing, but you know what it did? It met the fate of every pop-up camper that's ever been known to man. Just ended up rotting in the backyard. Like used it for
sun damage,
sun beaten.
Yeah.
Like we used it for several summers, but eventually it started to get old. Maybe something broke on it, you know.
But see, that's when you just like, it's like, fuck it. And you leave it open. And that's like a little den, like a man's den, like a poor man's man cave. Go out to the pop-up camper.
That's sad.
And you have this mini fridge just with some beers in it. Every Friday, you just refill that up with some more beers.
You've got an old school like combo TV VCR.
Not even that. You have the thing that, because it goes to DC power to the car.
Right.
DC power to the car.
Right.
And it's just the TV with the little turn, like click, 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 click. You have an antenna.
That sounds like
a wire hanger antenna.
Fast track to divorce.
But you figured out, you figured out a way to hook up your Nintendo to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on the outs.
She took the house, you got the pop-up trailer, but you lost your job, so you set up that trailer in a park.
Is this a Netflix comedy series?
Yeah. And that's where you live for about 2 weeks until the police show up and you're carted off.
Wait, is this Christina Fallon biopic? What's going on here? That was always so weird to me when I heard about her sleeping in a RV.
A nice RV.
I'm sure it was great. I'm sure it was just covered in cocaine and just wonderful.
It was probably a party trailer.
What if she's like, it's art, Mom?
It fucking pissed me off. I'm like, really? You're going to park an RV in like at the Capitol? Like when everyone's already making fun of Oklahoma for being trashy, and then you do the trashiest thing that you can. Like,
well, if it's any indication, I've always thought this is so weird. Do you know Mary Fallon's nickname?
No.
Mary Fallon?
Oh, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great starting point.
Okay.
Mattress Mary, because she sleeps around. Apparently, she's had some flings with some, I think, allegedly, some law enforcement people.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Blah.
Mary Fallon isn't married.
Mattress Mary.
Wow.
Your governor
Wow.
is Mattress Mary.
Your governor's a slut. If it's not to slut shame, but that's what they're saying.
She's laying on her back on a mattress. Like that, it was just. Anytime I would hear that, it would ring this weird bell in my head, and I'm not the biggest fan.
Mhm.
But I was like, damn, what a derogatory nickname.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
bad.
pretty derogatory.
You
I
lay
never-
on your back with your legs spread in a pop-up trailer.
I don't know
just
why I never
taking
thought
it.
of that. I never thought of her not having a husband. I assumed she was married, and they had like a first governor or first
Right.
man of the state, but we don't.
Well, the thing
She's
is,
just out
though,
there just tossing that Fallon fuck box around.
Oh my
I'm
God.
trying to find an alliteration.
I saw you working through it. Like your eyes were darting around.
I'm like, Fallon, what can I say?
Well, I don't know.
That was
I fucking hate her. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that if I was the governor and I could just dish it out, I'd be doing it all over the place.
You're
dude.
living in a mediocre mansion.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think that's a term. I'm pretty sure mansion is just you have a man. You just might have a smaller one.
have you driven next to the governor's mansion?
No.
Okay, so the governor's mansion is a shithole in comparison to any Nichols Hills mansion or anything like that.
It's in rough shape. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Bunk.
It looks like a fucking haunted house.
I mean, I'd live in it.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Disney's Haunted Mansion.
That's pretty sick. Yeah. I'd live there.
I
Paint
wouldn't.
it up real nice.
I wouldn't. Not now. No way.
Mary Fallon's fucked in every room in the house.
What'd you say earlier? Well,
Fallon fuck box.
that's what she calls her bedroom. Or it's a weird drink at a hip bar.
The Fallon fuck box.
It just makes you blackout drunk. Got your legs in a V
Yeah.
by the end of the
Who
night.
would have sex with Mary Fallon?
Uh,
Old senators?
I mean, probably anybody that wanted like a favor, you know.
That's how you get it done.
Just
Yeah.
imagine having that moment, that come to Jesus moment where you're like, I'm getting head from the governor, man.
Dude,
That's fucking awesome.
that's got a rule.
yeah,
Dude,
that's
okay.
worth it alone.
So you
Yeah.
just said 3 terms or 2 terms that I never understood. I didn't know what they meant. You'd hear in movies a lot. You said on her back. That was the thing that would come in movies all the time, like the
Spends
early
a lot
90s.
of time on her back.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that means.
She's
Or
sleepy.
When someone says gave head, like when you're a kid, you don't know what the fuck that means.
Weirdest term.
Yeah.
But what is a good way to a blow job?
You're not even blowing. I didn't get that.
Skull
But you
fucking.
can't call it a suck job. You know, you
I
can't
got,
call it a
I
suck
got,
job.
I literally got
Give him
a
brain.
blow job.
You got a blow job once?
Like a literal, like she
Just like-
blew on it. Yeah.
Better than blowing in it like a straw.
Yeah.
Like that would be bad news. You
Like
just
a-
blow up.
Your balls just blow up.
Like a fucking whoopee cushion. Just like,
and you just go. It's all over.
it's all done.
There's no good way to put it.
No,
to,
but
to be
here's the-
frank here.
Man.
What did she do? Oh man, she came over and then she graciously put her head near my genitals. She gave me her head. She gave me head. The short head, like what?
Yeah.
Give head. That's weird.
Yeah, but that's a hey.
Feels great, but weird.
Hey,
Weird way to put it.
you heard about Chrissy Tompkins? She gives head,
Can you only do that once?
but you do it. She's known for it. Like mattress Mary. Big wheels keep on turning. She gives head. It's such a weird. And but you
Probably
say
not
same,
anymore.
Same thing to dudes. Like dudes can give a girl head, right? We're putting our head.
I think
That would be
yeah.
more literal.
right.
Like I'm right
But
where
you're not
where life begins. I'm putting
you
my head
don't
right
put
there.
your face into her vagina.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right in the old birth canal.
Like
Yeah,
Howie
you just
Mandel.
open it up.
Yeah, Howie Mandel with the
Like
hospital glove. Like,
or the Powell skeleton
Yeah,
like
just like
ripping
sticking
through
right
the
in there.
board. Yeah.
here's Johnny.
No, I don't know. There's no way. I think the best way to put it might be like going down on you.
Yeah.
That to me,
Yeah.
like when I put it in print, that's usually
When you're texting, hey, I'm going to go down on you.
to me it sounds the least gross.
Yeah.
I mean, well, again, there's slob in the knob.
That's gross.
Like corn on the cob.
It's not
Right.
bad.
Yeah.
Slob the knob. That's the most ineloquent way to put that. That's so. You can't say that to a girl. Like he says that in the rap. You
Right.
would never. I don't care how ratchet the girl is. You would never go, "Hey, slob on my knob." No, that's the quickest
Speak
way
for
to
yourself.
not get your knob schlob. It's not going to happen.
If you said that to someone and they started going down, you gotta go. You're
You
like,
gotta go.
oh,
That's
there's
a test.
something. There's something here.
There's something here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know.
I didn't rent this RV for nothing. Schlob on this knob. Renting an RV.
Getting your knob schlobbed in a rented pop-up trailer.
God, that's how I want it to end. Dude.
You ever had that moment? So I grew up in church. You ever had that moment in your life? And Josh, I know you feel this, but like, you ever been doing something and you're like, what if God comes back right now?
Yeah. This is the moment.
Dude,
Jesus.
I used to live in fear of that as a kid. Like every time I touched my pecker, I was just like, what if God came back right now? You know?
And then you came, you're like, I don't care.
But if God came
Worth
back when you were getting your knob schlobbed in a rented pop-up trailer,
I feel like he would just kind of like, you walk in and go, me. Like, Jesus.
look what I did.
Dude,
Look what I did here.
yeah,
I
but
did this.
I don't think anyone who's rented a pop-up trailer getting their knob slobbed is worried about it. Like, it's
You've got
that
other things to
person-
worry about.
That person doesn't believe in God.
Or they do, and they're real religious.
Yeah.
And it's his wife, his third wife.
It's definitely his third.
Listen, honey, I wanted to get the real RV, but it's just not. I can't. My paycheck wasn't as big as I
My
thought.
insurance is
it was
going to go up.
I can't.
You
I
know,
can't afford it.
More
And
tires.
you have to have that class, whatever C or I don't have that on my license. Remember that got suspended. Remember when I was a trucker? I didn't tell you about that. Anyway, my license got suspended for a reason I will not go into. Let's just say I'm going to rent this pop-up camper.
Luckily,
It's a
though-
nice one though. It's a real nice. It's got a mini fridge. I got a couple of cores in there.
Luckily, though,
Hey,
the
slow on
Geo
my knob.
Metro, the Geo Metro can actually pull it, so we're good to go.
It's a Metro.
Oh, God. Just those little bicycle tires just cutting through the ice.
We had
and
a Geo
snow.
Metro.
My
Was it like the
97
old
Isuzu.
hatchback?
Yeah.
What color was it?
Red.
Oh, man.
What
It was-
year?
I don't know.
No,
I-
well,
What was the mileage?
No, I'm saying there's two different ones.
Hold on. 10W30?
No, I'm asking because there were two distinct hatchback Metros. There was the one that was the green snot rocket one that's a lot more bulbousy.
Yeah.
And then
That
there was,
was, I believe that was the Steep Mobile.
yeah, and then there were the ones that were a little bit more
Fat Bison.
sleek. The ones that were a little more.
I'll show you.
See that first one? That's the one I'm thinking of right there.
No, dude, that was
shitty.
Yeah, headlight missing.
$700. I would buy that shit today.
That's what my car looks like now. Like, that's basically
Your
what I
car's,
drive.
your car's an updated Metro.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh, fuck me.
Wow,
Okay,
that was
there we go.
$1,000 for that car.
Yeah.
That green one right there. That
Okay.
A steep green.
dude, a convertible.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. This is the one that we had.
Hey, it's a sports car.
This one.
That's
But the
That's
one,
nice.
okay, no, go back up. That
Fuck
red one,
yes.
the red one the one right next to it, that looks like Rob's car.
Yeah.
no, dude.
The white one,
Oh, this
a
one?
newer version,
Yeah.
actually kind of looks more
Robbie,
like
no,
my car.
that's- Your car is just the.
Look at those fucking.
It's this
rims,
car's son.
too.
You're this close to me getting a Camaro tomorrow because life is too short to drive a fucking Geo Metro in 2018.
Dude, yours obviously looks way better than the Geo Metro.
What does it, though?
Geo's made shitty cars. Have you remember the Geo Storm?
They
Oh, yeah.
didn't. You can say they made shitty cars, but dude, this car had like 300,000 miles on it before they sold it.
That one says $699 on it.
Yeah, you don't sell them for much, but I mean, like, you get tires for the new car you just bought.
Every now and then I go down to this little Craigslist hole when I'm not looking up music gear. I'll look at cars and I'll look for Metros. I'll look for Suzuki Sidekicks. Like, I look for these 90s nostalgic cars.
Josh
Yeah.
loves a good shitter.
I love a good shitter. An 89 Honda Civic hatchback. I'll take it all day. That one's got a sunroof. That's pretty dope. It looks like kind of souped up. Like they fixed that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got like an intake valve.
That's pretty dope.
Hey,
Dude, they
guys.
Fast and Furious the Metro.
Fuck
Dude,
yeah.
let's start a podcast and look at Geo Metros.
Fuck yeah, man.
What do you say?
This is great.
Are you mad about it?
No,
We've
not at all.
definitely done this
No, I'm glad you did this
before.
because now it makes me. I'm gonna go back down that hole and try to find me a Metro tonight.
What's
Mark my words. Grateful Dead tattoo and Geo Metro tonight.
Happening.
what is this?
That's a kit car.
Okay. So anyway,
Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week with another hour of power with the Boys Podcast.
Bye.